Hello, my dear children. I hope all of you are doing well. So, after a long time, I'm back with this chapter, A Letter to God. So, in this video, we will see the explanation of this chapter. And this chapter is written by the writer G.L. Fintus. So, let me summarize this chapter in brief. So, this chapter is about a poor farmer whose name was Lancho. And what happened, the crop of this man was destroyed due to a storm, and he was left with no money to fulfill the needs of his family for the whole year. So he wrote a letter to God asking for some money, and then what happened, we will see in this chapter. So let's see this chapter line by line. The house, the only one in the entire valley, sat on the crest of a low hill. So there was a house, and it was the only house in the entire valley. And where was it situated? It was situated on the crest of a low hill. From this height, one could see the river and the field of ripe corn dotted with the flowers that always promised a good harvest. So what is the meaning of crest? You can see here it is written top of a hill. So his house was on the crest of a low hill, and from that height one could easily see the river and the field of ripe corn downwards. And when one would see this field of ripe corn, so it was obvious that it is going to be a good harvest this year. The only thing the earth needed was a downpour or at least a shower. So this field of ripe corn was waiting for rain. Throughout the morning, Lancho, who knew his fields intimately, had done nothing else but see the sky towards the northeast. So throughout the day, Lancho would see towards the sky, and he was also waiting for the rain. He would see towards this direction, northeast, and would wait for the rain. Now we are really going to get some water, woman. So who said these lines? Lancho said to his wife that we are going to get some good rain, some water. The woman who was preparing supper replied, "Yes, God willing." So the woman, who is the woman here? The woman is the wife of this farmer Lancho. So she replied, "Yes, of course, we are going to get rain soon." The older boys were working in the field while the smaller ones were playing near the house until the woman called to them all. So the older boys, what they were doing? They had children. Lancho and his wife had children. So the older boys were working in the field, and the smaller children, what they were doing? The smaller boys were playing near the house, and their mother called them all, "Come for dinner." It was during the meal that, just as Lancho had predicted, big drops of rain began to fall. And what happened when their mother called them for the dinner and they were about to had their meal? What happened? Rain came. It rained, and in the northeast, huge mountains of clouds could be seen approaching. So clouds were approaching. It means rain was approaching. The air was fresh and sweet. So how was air? Air was fresh and sweet. It was pleasing. The man went out for no other reason than to have the pleasure of feeling the rain on his body, and when he returned, he exclaimed, "These aren't raindrops falling from the sky, they are new coins." So, who is this man? Lancho. Lancho, he went outside just to feel the raindrops on his body, and when he returned to his house, what he said to his wife and children, that these raindrops are not just the raindrops, they are new coins. They are like coins for them, because these raindrops will help their crop to harvest, and in return they will get good money. The big drops are tens and pieces, and the little ones are fives. With a satisfied expression, he regarded the field of ripe corn with its flowers draped in a curtain of rain. So Lancho was very satisfied to see the rain coming, and he was looking at his fields, and he was very happy. But suddenly a strong wind began to blow, and along with the rain, very large hailstones began to fall. So everyone was happy in his house, but suddenly what happened? A strong wind began to blow. A storm came, and hailstones started dropping from the sky. These truly did resemble new silver coins, and hailstorms, they are of white color. They are like ice. So how they were looking? They were actually looking like silver coins. The boys, exposing themselves to the rain, ran out to collect the frozen pearls, and the boys, they just moved out of the house to collect those frozen pearls, means those hailstones. It's really getting bad now, exclaimed the man. So Lancho exclaimed, it's really getting bad, and it would be very bad for his fields, for his crop. It will be destroyed. I hope it passes quickly. It did not pass quickly, and Lancho said, I hope this storm would not last long, but it didn't happen. It lasted for a long time, and for an hour the hail rained on the house, the garden, the hillside, the cornfield, on the whole valley. The field was white as if covered with salt. But what happened? Everywhere was hailstones, and each and every piece of the earth was covered with hailstones, and it was looking like that the earth was covered with snow. It was like white everywhere. Not a leaf remained on the trees. The corn was totally destroyed. The flowers were gone from the plants. So the crop of Lancho was destroyed. There was nothing in the field now. Flowers were not there on his crop, and his plants were destroyed. Lancho's soul was filled with sadness, and Lancho, who was expecting his crop to be a good source of money, he was very sad now. When the storm had passed, he stood in the middle of the field and said to his sons, a plague of locusts would have left more than this. The hail has left nothing. This year we will have no corn. So what Lancho said, he said to his sons that a plague of locusts are insects, and they come in group and they attack the crops. So he said that this hailstone has destroyed his crops completely. Even the plague of locusts would have been better than these hailstones. The hail has left nothing. Everything is destroyed, and this year we will have no crop. We will have nothing to eat. That night was a sorrowful one. All our work for nothing. There's no one who can help us. We will all go hungry this year. So Lancho was very, very depressed, and he felt hopeless, and he said, we will have nothing to eat for the whole year. Whatever we did, it had gone waste, and he was thinking that what he would do and how he would fulfill the basic needs of his family. So today I will cover only this much part of this chapter in this video, and the remaining part we will cover in the next video. So I hope you have understood the story till now. The next video will come soon, so guys, just read this chapter again and try to understand it. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.